Hey everybody, Circuit Main here, and I am streaming once again. We have a new game for Steam Vent, and it's Halloween, or we're getting close to that anytime. We're in October. So what better way than to play some horror games on Steam here? And I got one that is just right up our alley for fun. This is called Home, a unique horror adventure. Your game will be saved automatically at certain points. However, we recommend you put aside an hour and a half and complete Home in a single sitting. Sorry, but we're only an hour long, so let's see how much Home we can get done, huh? Gotta wear headphones, gotta turn out the lights. Well, headphones are set, and it's as dark as it's gonna get here, so turn off the lights, close enough. See, left stick move, left and right look up, A interact. Apparently, window full screen toggle. Yeah, that's weird. I'm good. All I remember at that point was finding myself alone. Oh my head, where was I? It was so dark. There was something by my feet. A flashlight. Wow, yeah, this game is really small. Okay. The door. The house. Where was I? There was a body lying on the floor. Who was it? Inquiring minds want to know. Seriously, I'm tapping A here and it's not moving the screen here. I got it. I didn't recognize his face. He was still kind of warm. Seriously, I gotta press like a... Ooh, kitty kitty. You know what? Let's go down the stairs. I noticed that I limped down the stairs as I moved that. How did I hurt my leg, I wonder? All I could recall was coming home, seeing Rachel. He probably fainted because Rachel is his fat wife. My God, it's Rachel! Roseanne! We thought we were bad with Roseanne! I was upset. She looked afraid. I shook my head and tried to clear her. I knew I should head downstairs, try to find a way out. The shelf was full of books on local history and hunting. Seems like the owner of the house really knew the area. Moving right along here. A door. But I'm gonna go to the left. Because I can. A thin gray mouse was stuck in a trap. Looked frantic but exhausted. I decided to free the mouse. Let's open a door. Going this way. Collection of rusty tools. They look like they'd seen a lot of use and were caked in damp-smelling dirt. Why weren't they in the shed? Why weren't they in the shed? Where's the bomb? Move right along here. I found a picture of a couple. Looked like it had been moved a lot. There seemed to be a switch behind it. Do I pull the switch? It depressed smoothly into the wall. We should have got it some antidepressants. I heard far away. Yes, far away. Click somewhere. I continued on my path, limping as I did. That's my story and I'm sticking to it. It can't possibly be because our freaking graphics are terrible. Go down the stairs. Go to the left. I looked like hell. My clothes were dirty and torn. There was mud caked all over my shoes. Oh, fuck. This can't end well. Had I been sleepwalking again? Was that how I got to that house? Again? Okay. Put it down! Oh! Flashlight rave! Okay. Into the door. The bathroom was incredibly clean. Every surface had been thoroughly wiped, and nothing seemed out of place. A clean bathroom seems out of place to me. Yes. Clean bathroom. There was a photo development tray lying on the floor. Some leftover negatives were sticking out, but they were pretty blurry. I thought I saw what looked like treetops. The horror! The front door was blocked by a pile of furniture. I knew I had to find another way out. I'm more surprised that the front door was really on the left side instead of the right. I start crawling to the right. Door was taped up and seemed to be stuck. By the smell, I guess it led to the kitchen. Admittedly, that door knock kind of shook me up a bit. The box looks heavy, but there were marks on the floor. It had obviously been moved before. Maybe I found a way out. Must have moved it, right? Let's go with it. I heaved the box forward and it finally gave. There was a ladder going underground where the box was. A dank smell rose from the passage. Let's go down the stairs. My leg hurt like hell as I climbed down the ladder. The tunnel below was even darker and the smell wasn't getting any better. In all honesty, this is kind of annoying. I'm reading the text here, but it's taking forever for me to go to the next part. But I had to get out of there and find my way home. Home? The real horror is just how long it takes to move the freaking text. But I'm going to give the game a shot here. We've only been 7 minutes in. Okay. Footprints in the dirt looked like more than one kind, and a lot of traffic. So this isn't exactly a unknown area. Whatever this place was, it was obviously used a lot. Looks like it might be a good idea for me to keep checking these things. Looks like there's a little more involved. Story. Okay. Places all over were marked by the old map of town, the industrial area near the river, various houses, even the water tower near the old rail station. Spooky! The guy upstairs must have done this. But what was his interest in the water tower? Some of the markings match the scribbles I saw on the bookshelf upstairs. Okay, I think I just got a major hint. Those boxes would allow me to climb up the ladder again, but I didn't want to go up there. Not with that body. All that blood. Really? Now you're telling me I can't do that? Great. So I basically just shut myself down in the basement. Whatever this place was, it was obviously used a lot. But good for the place. Can I move the text now? Okay. Alright, so much for that. Newspaper clippings from the local paper. They were all about the murders in town over the last few years. Wait. There were photos. Photos of our house. What the hell was that about? Maybe I should have looked around more, try to find some kind of information. Oh, don't tell me I just beat the game in 10 minutes. Seriously, if I just basically shut out the game in 10 minutes, I am really going to be pissed. Then again, you know, one of these, I might have to yeah, let me turn off my Steam announcements here. There we go. Oh, Rachel, please be okay. I wanted to rush home, but I had to find a way out first. And I needed to see what else was down there. Nah. 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 Be very, very quiet. I'm hunting basements. Nah. I can't do Elmer Fudd. Be very, very quiet. I suddenly become a little bit Sean Connery. Work table covered with papers, dirt, and a gun. I hated guns. I didn't take it. Did I? I took the small handgun into my pocket. Its weight was somehow reassuring. I'm gonna take the gun. Well, obviously I'm gonna take the gun. I just took it. Yay. And my controller is vibrating. Alright, why did I take the gun? Because you're in a freaking house with a murdered body. Why else would you take the gun? Sheesh. It was so dark down there, and the air smelled stale and putrid. Couldn't believe what I saw. What was this place? Waiting for it. Da 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 da. The desk looked old and was kicked with grime. On a stack of old paper covered with what looked like names. Names! Nails! They were scratched out and illegible notes were written beside them in faded blue ink. I could only make out a few letters. F U C S H I M I C K E Y. There it fucking goes. Sheesh. Never made any sense to me. I think I saw Heavy in there, though. Oh, he's going after the Team Fortress 2! Finally, somebody is murdering them all, and it is not the spy. None of it made any sense to me, so I'm just going to keep talking about it. Nothing about Rachel or me was written there. Maybe I needed to keep looking. Maybe you need to let me go faster on this damn text. Ugh. A door there. Some kind of homemade rack slung together with poorly cut wooden rope. It was caked with old blood. Oh, that's not good. I thought cake was a good thing. Somebody didn't actually use this, did they? Hooks. Rusted hooks like you find in a butcher hung from the ceiling. They look pitched and worn from heavy use. That man upstairs. Did he do this? The smell in that room was like old grease and rot. Wasn't getting any closer to finding anything useful. Doesn't help that it took freaking forever for that stupid text to go through. I mean, seriously. Crudely made shells. They looked like they were holding cans of some kind of corrosive. The labels were worn and slick, but I could still see the warnings. Warning. This is boring. Looked like a cage, but there was something coating the bottom. Something wet. Let's see, I'm gonna go and try the door to the left. Spoopy! It looked to be the bones have dug into the ground and the remains have looked old. Who put this here? Yay. Okay, so far my review of this is not very good. I can understand trying to get story elements across and all that fun stuff, but this is just getting annoying. Actually, I wanted to... Nope. Okay. Let's continue to the right then. Down the stair ladder. Some kind of old boxes. They look like they were years old. Wait a minute. These boxes had old clothes in them. I was looking forever for those acid wash jeans. And they finally had a leisure suit. No. It was Larry's! No, not Larry! Clothes I remember throwing out after Rachel and I moved to town. What the hell were they doing here? Oh, dear world. Talk about a stalker. Actually, I'm more surprised he could remember old clothes that he tossed out. Do, 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 do. Open the door. Bats. I remember noticing the broken ladder. I had to be careful. I don't remember if I jumped down there or found another way. Let's see, his leg is hurt. I would be bet money that he tried to climb down it and broke it. It looked to be a long way. Did I jump down? Yes! Oh man, my leg hurt. I was limping even worse than before. I could hear some sort of fainting humming noise up ahead. Bunch of old newspapers, we pasted together. A message had been hastily smeared on it. Keep out. Danger due to cave-in. Ooh. Spoopy. Keep out, but I got no choice. The gun was heavy and comfortable in my pocket. Didn't ease the constant dull ache of my leg. I opened the metal door and was glad to have the slick, wet walls of those tunnels behind me. What was the man upstairs up to? What was he doing there? Spoopy. As a musty scent of those rock walls was replaced altogether different smell, I braced myself. I smelled potpourri. Damn you, potpourri! Exposed ventilation shaft. Maybe someone crawled through there, but it was so high up that it must have been a sore landing. Okay, maybe that's where I crawled out. There was dirt on the ground. It looked wet. There was grass smeared within it. Ooh. Ooh. Boo! Ooh! The grass. Whoops. Disgusting. It's a mess of filthy garbage bags. There are rips and tears in most of the bags. Good thing I checked. Nothing like a bunch of garbage bags. You're a garbage bag. Well, looked like an old videotape was sticking out. Did I take the tape? Yes. Wasn't hoping to share what I discovered with the tape, but I took it anyway. I'm pretty sure it's a porn of a 5-year-old from 1980. I took the tape, and then I took forever to get through the damn text. I could hear a faint trickling sound, like water. What was that? My guess would be water. Okay, moving right along. Kitchen knife covered in drying blood. Thinking about it makes me sick. I didn't even want to touch it. Yeah, I think in this case I'm gonna go nuts if I'm just grabbing everything I can. Yeah, let's go ahead and hit the door with the exit on it, huh? I limp to the exit. There was a rusty ladder sunk into the water, which smelled disgusting. I knew I couldn't climb down that. Maybe there's a way to drain the putrid water. Oh. Well, so much for that exit. Okay, let's go this way then. That didn't sound good. Ooh, the spoopiness. Okay, admittedly, the little dome there was definitely frightening. You know, I turned off water flow. I don't know if that's gonna... Okay, admittedly, this is the most annoying part of the game. Now it's getting tense. Keep expecting something to happen here. Ah, dang it. Okay, I missed something here apparently. Alright. That's great. I turned off the water flow, but I can't do squat about this freaking sewer. Alright. I guess we'll have to go back to the left and see if I can find anything. Let's see. Oh yeah, these just have the garbage bags. Ah, there was similar dirt on my own shoes. My leg ached just thinking about it. Did not want to go back into those tunnels. Seemed better to press. Oh, for the love of. Okay. So obviously I gotta do something here. Door was locked, yeah. Great, you get a dong and... Let's open the door 3 times! Okay, let's check further down here then. I thought I did turn this one off. Oh, weird. I wonder if you're not supposed to turn them all off then. Okay. Okay, that didn't work. Okay. Okay, so right now... Okay, so I think I leave 2 alone then. Let's check 1 here real fast, see if that did anything. Nope. Yeah. And that did nothing! Absolutely nothing! I'm stupid! I'm so stupid! Okay. Okay, now this is just freaking annoying. It's either 1 or 2, but... Okay. I think I figured it out. Not quite, apparently. Okay, now I think I got all the water. Yep, got all the water. Looks like the water drained out of the grate in the wall. There's a small little key floating in the shallow pool of rancid water. Pocketed the small key, but it was odd-shaped. I had no idea what it might open. Oh, I can see where this is going. Well, who wants to see what's in that rancid room, huh? Oh well, so much for that. Alright, moving right along. Go into the next room. Safety poster had definitely seen better days. How old was this facility? Did I go from a cave to an old plant? Faded paper was yellow and dusty, but it had obviously been wiped off recently. Spoopy. Door was locked. I could see faint. There's a light. There's a light at the end of the tunnel. I opened the door. I found another dead body. Sewer worker. He was a mess, but he looked like he'd been stabbed. That's great. I could see a keyring that had fallen out of his pocket. Do I take it? Yeah, we're gonna take the keyring. Keys, keys, keys. There's always a healthy obsession with keys. There was a security camera in the room. Must have been a way to see what had happened. Maybe the VHS tape I found could be useful. Ooh, spoopy. There's a fresh hint of fresh air here. Must be near an exit. But I wondered, what did the key I found on the sewer worker do? And what's the videotape I found? This must have been the other end of the ventilation shaft. Whoever used it could have gotten past the flooded room with this. Yay. Felt the weight of the gun as I limped up the ladder. Why had really taken that weapon? For protection? Or for some other reason? Wonder that was on the VHS tape I found. My shoulder found the top of the passage. I fumbled around, felt a heavy latch. Popped as I lifted my head above the head, and breathed. Because I stumbled my words too much. No ladder leading up to an ancient water tower. Ladder needed to be extended so I could climb it. Let's go up the ladder, huh? Why not? And a patch of smeared grass and dirt. There was an old wallet. Thought it was mine. Do I take it? The wallet was missing stuff. Did I put the wallet up here? Or somebody else carrying it. What's going on? It's all too spoopy! From the railing I could see over the woods and down the entrance to the sewers. Had I come through there before? Ooh. If I did, somebody definitely could have seen me. I don't want to be seen, heard, smelled, anything. Blah. Blah, I say. Blah. Okay, moving to the left. I go back down the ladder. I take a chip and I eat it. I found the way out! I used the little key I fished out, and it opened the rusty door. Do I get the hell out of Dodge? The wind was picking up a bit. The night air had become strangely chilly. Curse you, night air. Why did you become chilly? I wanted a hamburger, not chili. And I found the door. The old train station was quiet as a tomb. The only sound was that of an increasing wind buffeting the decrepit structure. Okay, seriously, what the hell is going on? I feel like I'm literally going through a dead town. Let's take the right door. An old map encasing glass hung on the wall. The train routes connected to that old station. As I looked at it, it seemed familiar. Of course, it was a map I found in those tunnels at similar locations marked. Notes I found on the other man's bookshelf. The bookshelf. Oh. His notes mentioned the water tower, and even this train yard. What was he doing? Coming back here? Then why in the world am I taking so long to go through text? The old train was ripped open, and hanging from a shred of metal, as well as the broken fence, was a dark stained patch of cloth. It looks synthetic, like some kind of outerwear. Inside of the train shell, I could see a few faint impacts, like wounds. Could they have been bullet marks? Was somebody shot there? The ground was well worn, though I really couldn't make anything out. Realized I was touching the gun I had found, as I thought. I guess the gun had a reason. And that was it. Now back to the train station. Buy some apples. Crawling to the left. Spoopy language. The ancient ticket booth was falling apart and covered in dust and grime. Sacks of paper lined the counter, faded remnants of old schedules and reports. Much like my hope and anticipation of this game. Come to think of it, the man in that house had kept similar scribbles hidden in his bookshelf. He had notes on the water tower outside, too. I guess he could have been coming here, but why? Why was he using this old station for? Well, that's it. Okay. Can I go any other direction then, or what? Well, I could go out. Here's a way. This must be the entrance to the forest that was mentioned on the map I had seen. I was poking around those tunnels underneath that man's house. I had scribbled notes on this place, but I couldn't make them out. Here, the sign pointed out various campsites and walking paths within the woods. The woods. It mentioned a river, maybe a washroom, but the rest was too faded to see clearly. Ooh. Ghosts, goblins, oh. Give me... What the... Oh great, I can go through brush now. Alright, let's go through this brush. The warm picnic table stood within a circle of trees like an altar. It was covered in fake markings and covered... Oh dear world. Water. I hear water. Forest was split by freezing river. Looked like the bottom was all rocks. My leg throbbed with pain from jumping down that block. Ah, great. So basically, I jumped down the ladder and I can't get across that damn river now. Way to screw me, game. Okay. Let's try the other underbrush. Trampled in the dirt and grass was a plastic card of some time. It's my credit card. Visa. It's everywhere I apparently am. Wasn't sure if it was still usable, but it was mine. Let's take back my credit card. Through the fence I could see a dilapidated out building. I wonder if I could find my way around. I just felt my controller move. I'm not sure if I should be freaked out or not. There were two folding camping chairs were out on the ground. One was knocked over. There were a couple of cans of beer spilled on the ground. The cheap dome tent slept two people. I showed my flashlight inside. I could see some bedrolls, two backpacks, and a cooler. No, don't, no. Wow, a lot of no-nos on this building. I'm not sure. Of course, I just walk right in. Who cares? The grimy sink had a patch in it that looked almost clean. Lysol. It gets it done. Apparently, they did Lysol commercials here. Good for them. There's a damn smelling plank linking Yes, we will grab the plank and use it to cross the river. The stall was covered in dirt and filth. The washroom obviously hadn't been cleaned in a while. Ooh. Admittedly, this game does have an interesting atmosphere about it. It gives you these weird moments that you expect something to happen, but at the same time, I think it's just because you want something to happen, and it's not. Sound was the same as the first one I had seen. Must have been the exit to the other side of the woods. I'm gonna go and take that river road. It was to the left here. Wrong left. Ooh, a notebook. Inside the cheap dollar store notebook was page after page, worn of names and lists. None of them made sense. The newest page contained several names. Good. Names. Hooray. Okay, and I have no idea where I just went. Okay. Was it through here? No, that's how I got into the dilapidated building in the first place. So this one must have been the one I originally went through. Maybe if I go further right here. And then to the left. There's table altar. And I hear the water. The cold-looking river rushed before me. Yay. The plank I found seems safer than trying to hobble across on my own. I'm gonna use it. Because I got the damn plank anyway. Two bodies. Two young women were hastily dug into a hasty, shallow grave between the trees. Well, I think I found the campsite. The younger-looking one was still face up, her dead eyes gleaming against my flashlight. Murder most foul. They deserve better than that. Did I clean up the gravesite? No. Thought of the touching poor girls almost made me sick. I left it right where it was. If the police find this place, I gotta make sure that they don't find any evidence against me, because if I start screwing with it, I might be screwed up. So I found the girls. So let's see, I found 4 dead bodies now. 4 dead bodies. Two spoopy messages. See, I think it was this one. No, not this one. Trying to backtrack my way through this is annoying. Here's a sign. I finally found the exit. Once I left, I knew I never wanted to return there. Through the dense trees, I could finally start to see some light. Must have been at the edge of the forest, so I wasn't sure where the path ahead of me led. Supposed to be an hour-and-a-half game, but maybe if we're lucky, we managed to trudge through it and at least get to see one ending. Depends on how fast this stupid text goes, though. Boo! Spoopy. Where were the campers? You really didn't put 2 and 2 together there? This guy is spooped. Very spooped. No, I hope chat's enjoying this so far. Looks like we went into story mode there for a second. So I stepped through the gate. I suddenly recognized the auto parts factory where I worked as a machinist for all those years. Can we please move the text along? Up, down, up, down. Seriously, it's the one thing that drives me crazy. This whole game is just the freaking text boxes. The plant had closed almost 3 years ago. Now, times were better then. Thought I could hear a faint rustling behind me. Maybe it was just the wind. Found the body of a security guard, just doing his job, no doubt. His face was covered with blood of some kind from a head wound. Blood of some kind. I wondered, was this flashlight his? Dug into the ground was a cracked old watch. First my wallet, and now this. Did I retrieve my watch? The watch was useless, but I put it on my wrist. Probably a dumb move. And I'm agreeing with my chat here. So far, only the random sounds have scared me more than anything here. One of the lockers hung open. Its contents were tossed around like someone had been looking for something. Whoops. Large power thing. Doesn't look like there's power. Hooray. Door was locked shut. There was a little electronic box under the handle. Someone was pasted in front of this. Said, "Danger. Closed for repairs." Apparently, the only way I can move the text really fast is to rotate the damn joystick. Every part of this plant smelled old and rotten. I noticed the old bulletin board on the wall. And yet, for some reason, I didn't look at it. The board contained yellow clippings of newspaper cartoons and notices. There were notes to and from the guys that worked here. My power panel. Looks like it was just shut off. Let's pull the switch. The open locker was stuffed with dirty work clothes and old boots. There was a photo of a woman taped to the inside, but was scratched down. The face was unrecognizable. Power panel. Looks like it was shut off. Power panel still wasn't working. Let's try it again. Spoopy. No break table. The layer of dust and grime only made seeing this more unsettling and all that. Going up the stairs. Whoops. The door had been hastily boarded up. Good for it. This was Norman's locker. Good Norman. The door was dented like someone had punched it. I don't remember him doing that when we worked there. But then again, Norman had anger issues. It's working. Utility shelf crammed with mismatched tools and items. There was a claw hammer on the shelf. And I'm just taking random stuff. People are all murdered all around me, and I'm just taking crap. The door was a complete mess. Hitting on the bottom, though, was a magnetic card. Slip the key card into my pocket. Another panel that I hope could help me get power back on. There we go. Slowly restoring power. Where the hell is all these power panels coming from, though? Walk to the left. Slowly to the left. Use the key card. Some kind of ventilation hatch. Yeah, I'm just gonna walk that. Damn it! Poor guard. It's a flashlight his. Had to get home to Rachel. We couldn't stop thinking about Norman. Rachel were friends. Could he help? Wasn't like he really had it. Wasn't like I had anyone else to turn to. Now I'm limping even slower. Thank you. The game's an asshole. Okay. Well, spoopy game. Are we close to the end this time? Well, I found my driver's license. Suddenly, sound of rain. I'd entered Norman's place. It was the back of the store that he ran. I found it oddly quiet except for the faint sound of the television. The entrance to the front of the store was locked from inside. Oh shit. No. No. Norman! Why Norman? Well, all my crap is all over the place. Everybody I know and seen is dead. And I have no clue where in the world I'm going. Apparently, a hairpin. We only got a few minutes left. And all I've been doing is walking around, getting text, and just... sheesh. Well, I found something anyway. Wait, he had a cardboard box with all of Rachel's stuff in his house. Okay, now this is getting spoopy. Did I find out that this entire town is full of murderers and messed up people and I just killed everybody? That would be fun. Something dark staining the sleeve. And legal question. Apparently the gun originated from there, huh? Spoopy. And I can use the hairpin to pick the lock. General store, small, clean, register. And apparently something about Rachel and Norman. Why do I feel like that this is actually a lot more messed up than I imagined? Wow, this is getting dark. Been weeks since I last seen Norman. Finding him that way still left me cold. Thinking of slumped against that chair only cemented my reassurance in getting rid of that gun. And I'm just gonna keep walking right. Keep walking right. Okay, let's try a damn door. Get. Oh crap. Okay, I'm gonna keep this going a little bit longer because it looks like we're about to hit my house. That's gonna be interesting. I have a feeling this is where it's all gonna come to a head. The envelope was addressed to Norman. There was no return address, but the handwriting looked familiar. Took a deep breath, tore open the package. Norman, so you don't think you can hold that against me? Maybe we'll work it out. I'm not sure I even want to, but he deserves at least that much. Goodbye. Spoopy. Had the wrong gate again. I had entered our backyard and gave me a terrible sense of foreboding, and it chilled me to my clothes. I held my breath as I approached our back door. I was terrified just to step inside. I don't blame him. The house was painfully quiet. The only sound was my own ragged breath, ragged and straining. I flicked the light switch by the door. The power was off. I remembered the table. I should have read the text more. I guess I got a little too impatient after all the slow text. Door to the basement was locked. Where had put that damn key? There was a small pile of mail on the floor in front of the mail slot. How long had it been away? Why hadn't Rachel picked this up? Most of the contents were bills. There was a credit card bill open. I ripped the bill open and read it. To my surprise, it said something about canceling my credit card due to non-payment. What the hell? The front door was locked from inside. I couldn't go out, though I needed to see if Rachel was here. So, obviously, we must continue examining the house. The door was stuck shut. There was an old-fashioned keyhole underneath the hand. I found the last missing piece of my wallet. The old photo Rachel and I stared back at me, remind me of better times. Didn't make me feel terribly comfortable. Did I keep it anyway? I replaced the photo in my wallet, feeling I had gotten part of my life back. Still, the image had made me uneasy. Why had I thrown it away? Our television. I purchased it before I knew I was going to lose my job. I felt pretty guilty about it afterwards, but by then it was too late. I played Smash Brothers on it. I could never let it go. Going up the stairs. Our hallway mirror had been smashed, pieces scattered across the floor. Our sink, which needed to be replaced. One of the taps is always stuck, but I always got around to fixing it yet. We were lucky enough to get a house with one of those wonderful old claw-footed bathtubs. Because that's entirely what's important now. My laptop had been left on and only a tiny bit of power left. The screen was a website about an old water tower. There was a key on the top drawer. I pocketed the key. I think I know what key this is. But we just gotta be sure. Strumbling to the left. The books there were half of mine, half Rachel's. Hey, now look more closely. It looked like the men of the house had some of the same books I did. My wife's. Rachel's suitcase was sitting on the bed. It was closed, but I had a feeling of what was it. Rachel's suitcase contained clothes, toiletries, and a train ticket. Is this what you were going to do with Norman? Wow, this is getting intense. Okay. Unlock the basement door. Going down. There's old Christmas decorations in the box. The garbage bags were stuffed with old paint cans and supplies. There's a dirty old key here. I take the key. Took the small key and tried to remember what it unlocked. There were old clothes, tools, and other things we obviously hadn't thrown out yet. The garage door. I had to put up this divider wall last summer so we could separate a room in the basement. I haven't finished it yet, and the door was stuck. Stuck, and the drywall was poorly installed. I'm unable to break it through if I found something heavy enough. Oh. Okay, going up. Going up. The grimy key I found in the basement unlocked the door. It looked like the room had been tossed around. Furniture was a mess. Did somebody break in here? There's an old crowbar on the floor. Yes, we'll need the crowbar. I think we're nearing the end of this. Because if we're not, this is unfortunately going to take a little longer than anticipated. It's crawling down. As I stepped through the broken wall, my breath caught in his throat. This was it. Was Rachel down here? Was she okay? Filthy looking pile of rags had been dumped in the corner. The stench of them was awful and made my eyes water. I was terrified to even touch the pile to see what it laid within, but I knew I had to. I'd come this far. After all the searching, after all I had seen, when I looked into these rags, would I finally find my Rachel? It was worse than I could have possibly imagined. Within the folds of that rotten-smelling, heavy fabric was a pale, dead figure of my darling wife. The real horror there was that whoever killed her had done it so intimately with bare hands. So this is what had been gnawing on my back of my mind this whole time. This is what I was afraid of. Worse than what? Oh, now it gets interesting here. Facing in my mirror, I could see my face had grown pale and weak. Couldn't bear to look again. It's like I didn't actually expect a reflection. Felt empty and drained. The reflection on grimy glass was only a shadow, a whisper. Still had that old-time charm of the clawfoot bathtub, though it seemed like cold comfort then. At this point, I'm not sure what I'm doing. It's a key card I found in the factory, the one that allowed me to slip through that door. Did I think Norman was going back to the factory? Someone was going through those lockers, sure, but I didn't think it was Norman. True. Laptop, I finally run out of power. I think this is where I could actually put pieces of the puzzle together and do something interesting. My old office safe out on the floor. Digital passcode. Okay, I don't know the passcode. Look through the notebook I had taken from the forest, in where the names have been written down. Heather, Olivia, Ashley, Cheryl, Iris, Stephanie, Holly, Rose, Rachel. Dear God, I killed friends! I recall the name that I saw scratched down on that old desk, deep within the musty walls. Was the old man in the house really up to something? It was a letter I had taken from the postbox. Rachel, were you really having an affair with Norman? She almost seemed worried of what Norman might do. Did he do that to Rachel? Sure, he didn't want to end their affair. That bastard, he killed her for it. A lot of it made sense. Norman was clearly seeing Rachel a lot, so he had plenty of time to plan out. He knew where we lived, obviously. Why do I feel like I'm just basically randomly putting things together just to see what's going to happen? Still had no idea who was on the tip of the fountain of garbage. If only I'd found a way to watch it. That's kind of a bummer. Saying I should have found the VCR or something, which kind of a pill. It seemed like I'd seen all there was. Maybe I thought I was ready to go back to the basement. Back into the basement. Make sure I look around. There'll be no more doing this here, no chit chat over breakfast, at least not for us. Well, let's just go out the door then and see what happens. Living in this town hadn't been easy. The plant had helped some way to stay grounded. But I swear I had tried to give up. I know it. The sleepwalking never really went away, though. But I know Rachel had tried. I know she had tried to be there for me, even when everything was falling apart. Why he was dead, or who had done it to him, was not something I could even begin to understand. But I never did find out who was on that tape, and that I now kept. What might it have shown me? Deep within those woods, though, where things truly became awful, finding that notebook only made things worse. Did she want out? She want out of whatever you two were getting into? Were you responsible for the other murders and those other horrible things that had gone on in that town? Your death is no comfort. I only wish it could have been me who made you breathe your last. That got creepy. And that's it. Of course, the interesting thing about Home apparently is that it advertises that the ending can be different depending on what you do in the game. Considering that I found several items, some of them I didn't get. I missed some areas. I grabbed some knives, weapons, guns, and stuff. You know, obviously it does seem to indicate that the game does change as it goes. As for my final rating, as I always mention, I always put into account the price of a game. Because sometimes the price could be worth it. Now, Home is $3. It's a $3 game that will last you at about an hour to an hour and a half, at least for one play, and then you can change the story through several plays. The thing is, it looks like it's completely story-based. completely story based, which is, it admittedly that it gives a good atmosphere, but it's, how can I put it? It's good if you enjoy a story, and also if you enjoy changing things around, seeing what might happen depending on your actions. But if you're in it for a pure, oh dear God, kind of horror aspect, nah, it's definitely a tension game. It's just a tension game. $3. I say if you're interested in that kind of game, go ahead and give it a shot. $3 is not a lot to spend, and if it really does tickle your scary bones, that's definitely a good way to go. So, usually horror games tend to be a little bit more spring-loaded cat and something out there trying to kill you, and not this kind of what happened. But in any case, that is going to be it for Circuit Steam Vent. If you are, be sure to tune in next time whenever I do this live stream or upload it on YouTube, and we will be playing another horror game for the Vent, of course. And with that, I hope you have a good night.